Vergeben might actually be wrong on this one. Hey guys, so I'm back with another leak type video for Smash Ultimate, and I will explain why I think Vergeben might actually be wrong about something. So we'll get into that. But the main idea of this video is to talk about the box theory that has been going around, and kind of just tell you guys what my sources have told me about that whole thing, right? And it also kind of tells me that Vergeben might just straight up be wrong on something, so it's kind of related. But, we'll get into that and you'll see what I'm talking about, right? So, if you're unaware of the box theory, essentially what it is that there's this kind of special edition box, right? That kind of has all the characters on the sides of the box. And judging by how much space is left on the box, it kind of gives you the impression that there's only 2 more characters left in the game. So, just to get you caught up on that. So basically people are kind of like speculating who those characters are, whether or not it's true, maybe it's fake, and that whole thing. You know how the Smash community is. We're always debating the smallest things. So, it happens. So, now that you're caught up, let's talk about whether or not it's real. So, relative to what I've been told with my source, the box theory is kind of completely accurate. See, the reason why I say that is because if you saw my leak video before, I basically said that Ken and Incineroar was coming to the game, right? Now, Vergeben had stated at that point in time that there was some kind of Gen 7 rep for Pokemon and Ken, right? He also mentioned Isabelle, but that's old news now. We don't need to get into that anymore. But, yeah, that's basically what it was, right? Now, he recently made a GameFAQs post essentially saying, this time he straight up, confirmed it's Incineroar, which I think the majority of Smash people who made theories about who that Gen 7 rep could have been we were already convinced it was Incineroar. And if you saw my leak video, I also said that it was going to be Incineroar. So it's kind of old news that it is Incineroar. Like, we kind of already know in a sense. But it's nice that he went and confirmed it now, right? And the one thing I thought was interesting was that when he got into the box theory in his GameFAQs post, he doesn't confirm it or deny it because he basically isn't sure. And the interesting thing is that on my end, as a person with a source, I'm being told information that kind of just only confirms the box theory. So while my source hasn't specifically said yes, the box theory is accurate or is true, the information they're giving me only makes it completely accurate and true, because my source has told me that not only is Ken and Incineroar the next characters for Smash Ultimate, they're the final characters of Smash Ultimate, meaning the next reveals you're going to see for the game is either going to be one of those two, and Ken being an echo of Ryu, which is obvious, and Incineroar being Incineroar. So I do feel bad to an extent, because I know there are people who wanted characters in the game that are not going to be in the game, but shit happens, and I'm sorry for those people. But I do have a personal theory, because here's the thing. I do believe Vergeben has completely legitimate sources. He happens to be right on so many things, right? And the way I personally look at it, basically, is if you are a leaker that says something beforehand, and then that thing ends up happening exactly the way you described it, then you have credibility to you, right? So that's why I trust Vergeben. That's why I believe his stance, right? And that's also why I attempted to prove myself as a leaker by using the Isabelle reveal. So that's kind of like the mindset I go under, right? So I do believe he has legitimate sources. So the reason why I said he might be wrong about something in the beginning is because in the past he has mentioned that there's going to be another Square Enix rep. And if you go by the information I just told you, there is no Square Enix rep. But here's my theory. Now, while I personally have not heard anything from my source about a Square Enix rep, period, but Vergobin has, and Vergobin's been, right about a lot of things. My personal theory on it, and this has nothing to do with my source in any way, this is my personal theory. My personal theory is basically DLC. I don't think you're going to be seeing a Square Enix rep in the base game, primarily because if there's only 2 characters left, and my source is telling me Ken and Incineroar are the last 2 characters, not only does that confirm Box Theory, but that also goes against Vergobin's word. And, confirms things that he wasn't sure about. So, that's kind of an awkward situation for me to be in. Because I don't know, it's weird. You going up against, that, his word, and, I don't really have, a following in any way. So I understand why people would look at me as, okay, this guy is full of shit, right? But, the skepticism is understandable. But Vergobin might actually have heard of a Square Enix rep. It might actually be 100% true, but it probably is DLC. And I do have info on DLC, but just like Vergobin, I do want to confirm with my source before I say for a fact that is true. I should be hearing from them soon, so you might actually see that video right after this one. Who knows? But yeah, that's basically it. Box Theory is accurate. Vergobin might be wrong about the Square Enix rep, but it might just be DLC. And that's kind of it. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked the video, like the video. If you want, subscribe for more videos for anything, really, because I do a bunch of stuff, even if it's not leak related. And yeah, that's kind of it. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.